I'm telling you firsthand right now, everything you see online is fake.
Some of these people are so fake they don't even know who they are anymore. And that's a problem.
I have an embarrassing confession. I have never been eaten out.
No one needs to know this.
I am getting a divorce. Get ready with me for Valentine's Day. I need to look so hot tonight.
It's back to business as usual. What change have you seen in her? Once again, feeding into this idea that her and Cody are just happy as clams. Girl, you announced your divorce like 3 days later. It shocks me. A lot of these influencers, pimp out their relationship in order to sell stuff online. From sponsored like wedding makeup deals, doing relationship ads together.
So this is really had to share, but we've decided to split up. Oh, you thought I meant Cody. No. My split ends. And I've patented with Kerastase to show you exactly how I'm gonna do it. You don't need a man on Valentine's Day. But what you do need is a bomb lip combo.
I'm so done with influencers. I really am. Girl, you're lost. You are lost. I do not think there is a single real influencer left on social media these days. Our For You pages are literally filled to the brim with influencers who are taking the phrase fake it till you make it to the next level. They're faking their lifestyles and even their relationships in the pursuit of trying to sell us something, whether that be products or some sort of parasocial relationship or both. It doesn't even matter anymore. I am sick of it. It's not often that these influencers get exposed for lying about what goes on behind the scenes, but this Mikayla Nogueira situation is a very interesting and eye-opening look into how bad the state of influencing has truly become. And before we discuss, as always, leave a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, okay? And let's just get into it. Look, obviously the elephant in the room is Michaela's divorce announcement, and don't worry, we will get to it in this video. I'm seeing a lot of discourse about it online. Obviously, everyone's talking about it. And I feel like because of that, a lot of her more recent publicity stunts, let's say, are getting sort of memory hold. The divorce announcement is really serving as a distraction away from some of the things that she's done recently. And truthfully, all of these things are connected and tell a much bigger story about how fake influencers really are. For those of you who are not following Michaela closely, she's had a very tumultuous past few months online, okay, to say the least. Recently, at the end of January of this year, Michaela posted a frankly very unreal and insane confessional of sorts where she's coming clean about a lot of influencer life. And I think it's extremely illuminating to this entire situation.
Can anybody see this video? Hello? Is this thing on? Hi, we have a lot to talk about. Essentially, after the new year, I went completely MIA for 2 weeks, and then I've barely posted at all recently, and I want to talk about what's been going on with me.
By the way, she had been posting a ton. So, barely posted, she had been posting quite frequently, actually, in January.
I'm going to be so completely raw and transparent in this video, and if you don't like me, you're probably not going to like what I have to say, because it's always boo Michaela, boo Michaela.
Well, at least she knows where our heads are at, because that's exactly what a lot of us are thinking.
I'm just a human being, and this is what I'm going through. Basically, at the end of 2025, I had an extremely eye-opening epiphany that I am completely lost and I don't know who I am. By the way, everything I am about to tell you in this video, I do not expect you to care. I'm simply telling this for those who do and because I'm being asked. But mainly because you're going to see a massive shift in me, and I need you to understand why.
Let's say it's certainly very interesting that she had this massive epiphany at the end of 2025. Now, I think it's important to understand the context of what was going on exactly around the end of 2025. Lots of influencers were getting canceled at this time for being out of touch. Okay, Jaclyn Hill being one of them, Becca Bloom, another one, for flaunting wealth and just being obsessed with logos and consumerism and overconsumption and all of that, right? The writing is on the wall, and a lot of influencers see that, okay? They've run out of road essentially, and I think that this video is Michaela's answer to that. The reason why she's even making this video is she's trying to distance herself from that image that she's created for herself. She knows that people are done with influencer culture. She can see the writing on the wall, and these influencers are doing whatever they can, and they'll say whatever they have to say to get back in people's good graces.
This is just what is my reality right now. Last 6 years, I have been completely immersed in influencer culture. And I told myself I was not going to cry, and I'm not going to. But in the last 6 years, I feel that I have completely lost myself. Damn it, guys. I feel that I have gone down a path that I never wanted to go down.
And while I appreciate the sentiment and I believe that she's being honest here, she did the mascara ad wearing falsies. She did a million different skincare ads and claims the results from all of them. She did these things, so.
And I'm disappointed in myself. I started this career living in my parents' house in a small town. I moved into a one-bedroom apartment in Johnston, Rhode Island, where my career completely blew up and changed my life. I gained over 10 million followers in a year. My life changed very, very fast, in the blink of an eye. During some of my most critical years, my 20s, you can laugh, you can say whatever you want about what I'm about to say, but I know that this is true. I worked my ass off over the last 6 years. I put my heart and soul into
every ad that I did. Yeah, you did work overtime doing a lot of paid promotions, okay? Literally one after the other. Many of them being conflicts of interest with your own brand that you were constantly hawking. To me, this is just a personal issue that I find with this like hardworking narrative, because I think a lot of women, myself included, do want to see other women succeed. I think we do want to see what it looks like to see a really super successful woman who's out there in the world. I think that's very inspiring for a lot of us. But what I don't want to see is someone who doesn't do it the right way, who doesn't do it ethically. And I really don't care how hard you work if you're not doing things with integrity, okay? Which has always been my issue with Michaela. So I think a lot of people could fall for this sort of girl boss mentality of like, man, yeah, you did work hard, girl. You did do that. And it's like, well, how did you do that though? How were you doing that? And at what cost?
I have done over the last 6 years, to the point where it consumed me. I was obsessed. It was all I did, all I thought about. I wouldn't take days off. I jeopardized relationships because of how much of a workaholic I am. I'm telling you firsthand right now that as someone who is a larger influencer, everything you see online is fake.
Now, hold on a minute. First of all, this feels very out of left field. Okay, what do you mean everything's fake? What do you mean you're admitting that you've been lying, essentially? Okay, deceiving people for, I mean, who knows how long? Look, I've got my own opinions about how long it's really been that she's been deceiving people. But what do you mean you're coming clean about that? What implications does that have when you say that everything is fake, right? What does it mean for all the reviews that you posted? What does it mean for all the results that you showed? And if somebody tells you, hey, by the way, everything is fake, believe them. Like, what an insane thing to admit. And also, by the way, she's saying, I'm a big influencer, so everything you see, including everybody else's stuff, is fake too, because I'm behind the scenes with everybody. What? This video was extremely well received. I just have to make that note. People were like, wow, you're so real, girl. For coming clean about being a liar. How is it that we've gotten to a point where people can literally tell us to our face, I'm faking everything, don't believe anything I post, and people still follow this person? Wow.
When you're an influencer, you are not present. You are planning your every move. You're planning, what is the next clip? What is the next clip? What is my next video? What am I doing? What is the content? Everything you do is content.
Makes you really think about a lot of the videos that she's posted. It's just insane, especially if someone with this size following on social media to be saying these things. It really is. I don't think people understand the gravity of like how insane this is.
You may start out with the best intentions, which obviously I did. But when you start seeing the views and the numbers and you become obsessed.
I mean, I'm sorry. It's just, it feels good to be right. I've been hooting and hollering about this for a long time. Okay. And she's basically admitting, yeah, you know what? I was obsessed with views and money and I would do anything to advance my own career. Well, that's what I would say.
I'm just saying, every influencer understands this.
I hope not. Okay. This is why I say, is anybody real anymore? Does anyone do anything with integrity?
How can I up myself? How can I do better this time? How can I get more views, more engagement? To mention, we know this career is not forever. So we're doing everything we can to hustle to make money.
I'm shocked. It's just amazing that someone could sit here and say, I will do anything to get views, including lie and fake my life. And we turn around and continue to believe them and support them.
Anyways, some influencers get lost. Me being one of them. Anyways, so I have this epiphany that I don't know who the I am.
Once again, very interesting. She had this epiphany around the time that other people are getting canceled for doing the same stuff she's been doing.
And I start thinking about my future. I'm a small town girl, okay? I live in Massachusetts. I was born in Freetown, Massachusetts. Most people don't know what the that is. At this point in my life, I only know who I am as the influencer Michaela because it has been all I have done for 6 years. And basically, what it took for me to have this random epiphany is I reconnected with one of my closest friends from high school. They didn't see me as the influencer Michaela. I hadn't seen them in 10 years. They just saw me as the Michaela they knew before I was an influencer. And that with me so much.
Look, I think this is very revealing. Some of these people are so fake they don't even know who they are anymore. And that's a problem, that we're following people who don't even know who they are. They actually don't know. How scary. And in the same breath, they're admitting, hey, everything's fake and I'll do anything for money.
I'm not gonna lie, it flipped my world upside down. It flipped my world upside down. This is hard as shit to admit. But I see the comments saying I've lost touch and I'm obsessed with consumerism and the finer things in life and just the designer and all the bullshit. I see that. You are right.
Look, this could be a study in strategic vulnerability. It's when people strategically let you in on their life only to turn around and either sell you something or pull you deeper into this parasocial relationship that they want you to be invested in. It's very calculated. And I think people really need to understand that words are one thing, actions are something much different. I'll believe it when I see it. And never have I ever seen it with Michaela.
You are right. I'm fucking lost. Catching up with that friend, they made me realize that none of that matters, and that at the end of the day, all you have is your head that lays on the pillow at night, your family, your friends. If all this went away, what would you have?
Don't need to tell us, girl.
What if I just want to be the small town girl? Everyone's trying to get me to go to live in LA and live in New York, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. What I'm learning is life is so fucking short, and I want to be with my family. I want to be present. I want to get off my phone and live my life. I want to wrap my head around what's actually important. And it ain't any of this influencer shit.
Okay, we'll see about that. That's all I can say. We'll see about that.
I can tell you that. Am I grateful for it? Yeah, I am. Are you kidding me? I'm extremely grateful for it. But at the end of the day, I have totally lost myself to it. And I'm not okay with that. On top of that, because I kept losing myself, the hate towards me is insane. Like, I could handle it for the last few years, like, no problem. But recently, it is a different level.
You know, she's essentially saying that she's got this fake persona, right? She's got this online influencer, Michaela. But interestingly, she takes the hate personally. Okay, she's not able to separate the two, which leads me to believe that there's really no difference between influencer Michaela and the real Michaela. I think her epiphany that she had is actually not that none of this matters. I think it's actually that the influencer Michaela is the real Michaela.
And I'm not gonna lie, it has taken a toll on me. And it is another reason I chose to step back. I'm a strong bitch, okay? I carry a lot on my shoulders. But let me tell you, sometimes that gets heavy. The combination of being lost and getting a tremendous amount of hate. Yeah, I took a step back, and I'm gonna continue to take a step back.
Look, I'll say this, for what it's worth, the things that she's saying in this video are the right things to say, okay? This is all very good in a vacuum, but without actual action and real change, none of it matters, okay? It all gets washed away the second that she goes back to doing all of her influencer antics, which she obviously does, okay? Spoiler alert. She does it not even, I think, 2 days later.
I need to figure out what Michaela wants. What do I want? What do I want for my future? Who do I want to be? Because it's not who I currently am. I need to become grounded again and just live on this rock as a human, as a normal person, not the influencer Michaela. Put that to the side. I don't know. I'm definitely saying too much. Long story long. I love what I do so much, and anyone who genuinely follows me knows that. Like, seriously, I love what I do so much, and I always share that. But I got lost along the way, completely lost.
It's just a lot of telling people what they want to hear and not a whole lot of, here's what I'm going to do differently. Here's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do this moving forward. I'm not going to do luxury hauls. I'm not going to do sensational videos. I'm not going to do too many sponsorships. I'm not going to be deceptive in any way. I'm going to take responsibility for all of my past wrongdoings. Okay. Those are things I'd rather hear. That would give me more confidence moving forward that you're actually going to change and you know what to do.
I've taken the last month, I've taken a step back to analyze what needs to be done for me to get on a better path. Because transparently, I've let myself down. Everything I didn't want to become, I became. I love creating content, but the way I do it, the content I create needs to change. I want to bring you into my life more again because I'm a lot more than just a designer handbag. Let me reiterate, I know that I dug this hole. I know that I'm going to get a lot of hate for this video, and I'm not asking for sympathy. Like, I don't need your sympathy at all. Just wanted you to know what is going on with me so you understand. Different journey of just finding myself, figuring shit out, okay? And I'm taking a bit of a step back from social media. Yes, I'm still going to be posting, but maybe just not as frequently as I was.
She's made this video, by the way, multiple times where she has this, big epiphany that she's lost herself, she shouldn't have done certain things. She's going to change moving forward. It never happens. That's why I'm always very surprised when I see, Michaela defenders. And I just have to assume those people don't understand the full lore or something. But, the truth is that if choosing to defend Michaela and kind of like run defense for her always ages very horribly. Okay. It only serves to make you look like a fool because this is her cycle where she has a vulnerable moment and she tells people, I'm going to change moving forward. She tells people what they want to hear. And then she's right back to it. There's no point in defending her. And also there's no logic in defending her. This is someone, once again, who sat up on here and said, everything is fake. I have been fake. I have done anything to advance my career. She's telling this to your face. Okay. So why don't you just start believing her?
I really need to be present with the people in my life and just work on myself. I just need to work on myself. I just want you to know that that is what I am doing. That is what I am doing offline. My SPAC is gone and I'm working on getting it back. I'm going to say this one last time. This is not a woe is me video. I don't expect you to feel bad for me. I'm not saying that. This is just me sharing reality. I love you so much. I appreciate the people who have supported me all these years. I'm sorry if I've let you down, and I'm gonna be better.
Once again, guys, this is my personal theory about why she created this video. She saw the writing on the wall, okay? She knows people are done with influencers. The influencer era is coming to a close, all right? People are just done with the bullshit, done with the antics, done with the flaunting constantly, and done with the out of touch behavior. And this is really her last ditch effort to try to recapture that audience. But the reason I show you this video is to prove, number one, influencers are fake, and here's someone admitting it. Okay, one of the biggest influencers on the planet is admitting it. But also, Michaela herself is telling you that you're about to see a massive change in her. So let's see if that's true.
You guys had me crying over the response to my video yesterday. I debated even posting that. So appreciate that so many people just took the time to actually listen to me and understand what I was saying.
I'm going to say it again. I am in disbelief, utterly speechless that people watched a video where someone said, I'm lying to your face and I have been for who knows how long. And people responded well to that. They were loving it. The self-awareness and accountability is refreshing is the top comment she's replying to. What? What are you talking about? What do you mean you put us through potentially years of deception when you're supposed to be a trustworthy source for makeup reviews, product reviews, okay? What do you mean it's been fake? And what do you mean everybody was loving it? We're screwed. We are screwed.
But you know what? Let's get back to makeup because that's why I'm here.
By the way, bar for bar, this is what Jaclyn Hill did when she got canceled, okay? Just recently for all the out of touch influencer crap. Every single time they go, guys, I'm just here for the makeup. Okay, let's get back to doing it. What do you guys want to see? Tell me what you guys want to see. I'll do it. Whatever you want, I'll do it. Let's just get back to basics. How long does that last? For both of them. For any of them.
Low-key feel bridal. So I'm thinking like a bridal inspired look. Listen, I just want to be real again. Like, that's it. I don't give a I have 17 million followers. Like, that was holding me back for so long. Like, just the amount of eyes on me and like the fear. And I really have to say, I just don't give a anymore. I would totally walk down the aisle like this. Are you kidding me?
The bridal comments. I would totally walk down the aisle to this wearing white. Let's do bridal makeup today. You're announcing your divorce in 2 weeks and you know it. Really, it's strange.
The reason I just really appreciate the response to yesterday's video is because it's giving me the confidence to feel like I can just be myself on camera. I don't want to have to put on a brave face and just act. Like, I don't want to act on camera.
Girl, you never did. It's TikTok, okay? We're not in like an Oscar award movie. It's TikTok. You're making makeup reviews. What do you mean you're acting? What do you mean you have to fake stuff? You never had to do that, okay? This is all self-inflicted once again. I don't understand any of this. Why do influencers do this? Why do they lie constantly? It's pathological at this point.
Okay, I just want to be myself. Would you, or would you not, walk down the aisle with a look like this? I probably would do a matte lip, I'm not gonna lie. I just want my new vibe to be to like feel like we're hanging out. We're just chatting, okay? You're my bestie.
You're my bestie. That's my new vibe. I want it to feel like we're hanging out because I want to just start feeding into this major parasocial relationship. Can we just say it? It's weird. Just stop. It's so weird. You don't know these people. We're besties, guys. That's my new vibe. We're on FaceTime together. What? No.
I want to start sharing more again. I know that's not easy for me these days, but I want to. I'm feeling really grateful today. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I just love you and I feel really good. Taking a massive step back has really helped me.
I just don't know what she's talking about. Where she says, I'm taking a massive step back. Girl, you posted the entire month of January, like nonstop, without missing a beat. I don't know what you mean, taking a step back.
Also, like, I think my next video could be, like, general life updates. Because I have a lot. Because I'm starting to feel, since the support yesterday, more excited about getting back to doing what I love. So thank you so much. I love you.
All right, well, we've arrived at what might be the most bizarre influencer cliche divorce announcement that has probably ever hit the internet. And I think it starts with the golden hour lighting, okay? Strategically sitting on the couch so you can get 5 o'clock sun shining through, okay, the full glam, the drama of it all. It's very interesting, to put it plainly. But the reason why I showed you the earlier videos is because I feel like this divorce announcement, yes, it's very sad, and no one really wants to see a marriage end, especially if the two people really loved each other and really tried, okay? But I feel like this video really serves in deciphering and decoding a lot of Michaela's lies. Let's watch.
I want to stat this video by saying I appreciate you and I love you, and you're gonna want to sit down for this video. I am getting a divorce. Take a minute, take it in.
Look, it's become a meme at this point, and it's kind of hilarious when someone says something that you immediately know is going to become part of the lexicon, okay? Take a minute, take it in. It's so dramatic, and as many of the comments stated before she ended up disabling the comments on her videos, they were like, girl, I think you're severely overestimating your importance in all of our lives. This comes across, whether she believes it or not, like someone who really thinks that this is like the most important thing that people are going to hear that's going on right now, when it most certainly is not, right? It's like the drama for what? It's very influencery in its delivery, and it's sort of jarring as well. It's like, what? Take a minute, take it in, take a seat. What?
I am getting a divorce. Cody and I love each other so much. We love each other so much. We would do literally anything for each other. I want you to know that. I'm not going to be sharing any details whatsoever as to why Cody and I have made this decision.
To add on to also that parasocial sort of relationship, I think what's important to understand about why influencers would want to cultivate that with their audience is because the more people buy into your life and are more invested in your life, the more that they can turn those people into cash. I hate to say that. I don't like that that's the reality, but that is unfortunately the reality. People do benefit largely from having these massively parasocial relationships with their fans. And I think especially when you're trying to foster this feeling of friendship in your audience, it's easy to then turn around and like sell something to you as a friend. Okay. But as we know, because she said this, a lot of that is also fake. And the reason why I'm saying this is because literally right after this video, she's going to turn around and try to sell you something again, okay? So keep that in mind, knowing what's to come right after this announcement.
The main reason I am doing that is because I want to protect Cody.
I have to say, I completely agree with not sharing any details about what went down, but I do find it a little bit ironic that she's saying in order to protect Cody, when if you know, you know, but she shared just about all there was to share about her relationship with Cody. And in sometimes graphic detail.
Cody deserves that. We both want to heal. Cody deserves to be happy. Cody deserves to be happy. So do I. This is an extremely shitty thing. No one gets married to get a divorce. Absolutely no one. But what I can tell you is that this is very amicable. We talk every day. He comes over for dinner. He sees the dogs. Cody and I were together for 5 years, married for 2.
I'm sorry, it's taken me out of the video. The lighting's changing. I'm getting worried that the sun is setting too fast. She's losing the lighting. There's all these strange shadows. This is very strange.
And they are some of the best memories of my life. Memories that I will cherish forever. And I do not regret a single thing, nor does Cody. I know there is going to be so much speculation as to why Cody and I are getting a divorce. But I want to guarantee you that no amount of speculation, no one claiming they know why we're getting a divorce, no video from a T page or a drama channel knows why Cody and I made this decision. The only people that know why Cody and I made this decision is Cody and I. I just want to make that very, very clear. And one thing I want to ask is, Cody and I are in this together.
One of the top comments was, did Cody get the accent in the divorce?
And I see a lot of times when people get a divorce or separate, people try to pit people against each other, pick sides. I'm asking you not to do that. Cody and I are in this together. Please don't pull us apart.
Look, I completely agree that people should not do that and, should not involve themselves in her relationship. But at the same time, she has been cultivating a very parasocial relationship around her, and especially around her marriage, where people are very invested, probably too much, in the success of her marriage, what was going on in her marriage, their story together. And I do feel the need to point out that a lot of these influencers, pimp out their relationship in order to sell stuff online. From sponsored wedding makeup deals, doing relationship ads together. She even went as far to have a sponsored engagement ring made. That was her dream ring. And she had Cody sit through that video. She had a wedding lip kit in collaboration with Elf Cosmetics. Many people speculated that they had actually sponsored her wedding because there was an Elf kissing booth and wedding favors at her wedding to Cody. And there was also an entire makeup collection about her wedding in collaboration with P. Louise. Okay, these relationships have almost become part of their business model, and they rely heavily on people to be invested in them in order to sell. And I think what's especially jarring is that a lot of these relationships are distorted and often fabricated in order to drum up as much engagement as possible. And I think now you see why it's probably best to just keep your relationship private. This is a very good example of why people should do that and why they should not use their relationship to sell things, okay? And have so much parasocial interest in it, because this is what ends up happening is people speculate. People bring stuff up that they probably shouldn't even know about you. They say things that they probably shouldn't be saying. They speculate about who's doing what, and they're trying to tear people apart. It's a mess.
Second thing I'm gonna ask is, Cody and I have been very open about his struggles with addiction. And I'm going to ask you if you can please leave that out of the conversation. They are two separate things. It is had enough as it is to be an addict and to struggle to stay sober. What happens now? Well, the reason I'm pretty put together in this video is because we made this decision last year. And I've spent the last few months processing this, a lot of crying.
She said that they've decided this last year, and for the last few months she's been processing it, okay? But when you look back at her content, she was posting as if she was in a very happy relationship, okay? Remember that thing she said about everything's fake? Well, it seems as though this is evidence right here that she was faking a lot of what she was presenting as a happy relationship to her fans and followers, okay? And look, I can't ignore the fact that she did have a lot of her relationship wrapped up in her business success. Her relationship did get her a lot of views. It did get her a lot of attention. It did bring people in. I think portraying that you guys are in a happy, great relationship, full well knowing that you're going to get a divorce, is a new low.
A lot of talking to family, friends, therapy, everything you can think of to get to a place where I can make this video. Now I heal. I just want you to know that I appreciate the support that you have shown Cody and I over the last 5 years. You guys rooted for my relationship and my marriage so hard, and I appreciate it so much. Cody and I are both terrified.
Once again, the lighting, girl. Just get the ring light out. The lighting's getting precarious here.
We're entering a completely new chapter of our lives, an unexpected chapter, and we're embracing it. And even if it's terrifying, it's exciting too. Listen, sometimes life has different plans for you. I have been going through this with Cody for the past few months. Tough. Hopefully I've said everything I wanted to say. And I appreciate the support. And again, please don't tear Cody and I apart, because that's not what we want.
The divorce video timeline that she gave us, that she's known she's been getting a divorce since last year. What it most likely means, because she said I've known for the last few months, is that it probably dates us to around maybe early December, if I had to guess, okay? Or something along those lines, few months being like 3 to 4. And the reason why she was telling everybody how long she's known is because she was trying to explain why she wasn't emotional in that video. I don't think she realized that in giving us that timeline, it exposed a lot of deception that was going on, because the same exact day that she posted that video in January of her saying that she has lost herself to influencer culture, she's basically coming clean for past bad behavior, right? And saying that she is going to change moving forward. And by the way, she made that video also full knowing she's getting a divorce and she's announcing it soon. She posted this video the same day as the guys, everything's fake and I'm changing. Same day. This Lemmy ad. An ad for Lemmy, by the way. Let's listen.
Okay, I have an embarrassing confession. And if you're my grandma or my mom, and I know you watch my videos, if you could just scroll on this one, that would be great. I have never been eaten out. I know. When I first told my friends this, their jaws dropped.
No one needs to know this, much less to sell an ad. Please. I just love that in that video she goes, guys, you're going to see a huge change in me moving forward. I have lost myself to influencer culture. And then she posts this. I just need to make this sort of clear, right? She knows she's getting a divorce and that she and Cody are no longer going to be together. And she's making this video, which is basically like, yeah, my husband's never, whatever. I think what a lot of people think from that, because they, at this point, people assume that they're still together, is like, wow, you know, Cody sucks, right? Like, obviously that's how people are going to react, right? It's like, oh, Cody sucks. To me, it comes across as very sort of mean-spirited, because obviously that's going to be the reaction, right? You know, why hasn't your husband gotten to that? Doing it, you know, whatever. I don't think that that's right, especially when you're blasting this out to your 17 million followers.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you why. I am so terrified that I'm gonna taste like. I'm just being honest. But in the new year, I'm all about trying new things, okay? And when I saw Lemmy Purr was viral, this is a vaginal probiotic gummy, I was like, you know what? Let's try it. So for the last month, I have been taking these in preparation to have my life change. They taste really good, support the health and freshness of the down there. I always heard growing up that pineapple literally does help down there. So the fact that these are a pineapple gummy that you can take every day, I was sold. As someone who's been terrified to do that, this is giving me a little more confidence. So thank you, Lemmy Purr,
for sponsoring this video.
And I'll let you know how it goes.
I'll let you know how it goes, she says. Stop. Once again, we're feeding into like probably the strangest parasocial relationship I've ever seen try to be cultivated in my life. Okay, obviously getting a lot of buzz, you know, doing things to get attention, which she kind of was alluding that she wasn't going to do this anymore. Okay, so that was posted. And here's what I have a problem with. Okay, remember that thing I said about people will fake their relationships and fabricate them and distort them to fit, you know, whatever narrative they need in order to sell things? You remember that? Well, how about this? She liked a comment, but she knows she's getting a divorce, by the way. Okay, she knows. Cody about to be like, and it's like a picture of some guy, you know, some kid eating, which is so gross. Okay, and she likes that. Girl, you're getting a divorce and you know it. Why are you trying to portray that you guys are going to get after it? What are you doing? Why? Then somebody comments, when will we get to see Cody's review? And she replies, LOL. She knows she's getting a divorce, by the way, but she's letting everybody believe otherwise. No wonder you've been stressed out, LOL. That's a wild confession. She liking all these. So weird. And the top comment, but you have a husband. No amount of money would make me say this. No. You know, once again, she has lost herself, okay, in pursuit of making money. She will say anything. She will do anything, okay? And then she likes this. Cody, get to it. Cody, get to it. Her soon-to-be ex-husband, Cody. Why is she pretending like she's in a happy marriage in these comments? It's all fake.
We just all need to know a little bit less about each other. We do. Because why do I know that your husband never, and now you're getting a divorce? If you know that she did that ad for the Lemmy vitamins, and that's all I need to tell you. But who says that to how many millions of people follow her?
It's not normal. And in my opinion, she's sort of like using her relationship in this case to sell things. And I think that's very antithetical to that whole, guys, you're going to see a big change in me. What change have we seen? Okay, people fell for it again. They fell for it again. I never understand the people that are taken up in arms for Michaela, okay, because she does not change. It is all a calculated master plan to extract as much money as possible from people. And she says it to you. She says it to you. I can't get over the lengths people will go to fabricate and make their lives look a certain way online. These influencers are fake.
It is inappropriate the amount of times I've gotten laid using the noise, so what if I am? Remember I walked into Ulta and I said, what is the fragrance that is guaranteed to get me laid? I need to recover down there. And now you're telling me there's a fragrance milk?
Who says that, by the way? Who walks in and says that at an Ulta? Who says that? That should be grounds for employees to get 2 weeks off. Paid leave. It's so weird. She announced she was getting a divorce a few days after posting this video. A few days. And she's talking about how much she's getting laid with this perfume. Okay, which at this point, we all think she's in a happy, healthy relationship because that's all she portrays with Cody. And she's posting this, insinuating that that's true. And that because of this perfume, which the bottle's still full, anyone paying attention to that, that she's just getting after it all the time.
What is that? What even is that? So not only are these getting milked, okay? Now we have a fragrance milk. A milk de parfum.
And of course it was sponsored. We'll run back to Ulta Beauty now to get your new milk perfume from Noise Fragrance. Has me smelling irresistible. I cannot smell myself and get stopped everywhere I go. Why are you doing this exactly? Okay, it's so deceptive. It's wrong. You're lying to people. Again, somebody said, ain't you married? ... He. Cody. Give a wife a break. He. Intimate details, literally, about your life, okay, in your relationship that you're using to sell things with. And a lot of them aren't even true. The whole time you were spraying it, I was like, so is Cody about to tackle her right now? She leaves a comment, LMFAO. Once again, feeding into this idea that her and Cody are just happy as clams, going at it constantly. What? Girl, you announced your divorce like 3 days later. What's up with the facade? The extent of the lies, it shocks me. How about this one she posted? By the way, she knows she's getting a divorce. She says she's known since last year. So why is it that the end of December of last year, you're posting happy couple videos of you on Christmas? Why is that?
You filthy animal.
Look at it. What's going on here? Then she posted this video, ending the year similar to how I started it, but ready to make 2026 the best roller coaster year of my life. This was a day after the video that she just posted with Cody. Okay, day after Christmas. And she basically posts a video where she's like crying, saying that the last few months she's been sobbing, giving people room to speculate about her relationship. They're going in on Cody. Okay, which it could be anybody. I'm not here defending Cody. I don't even know him. Okay, I don't care. But she's allowing these comments. The top comment, Cody gotta go. You will blossom so much after you let that go. You gotta heal yourself and not him. She likes a comment that says, walk away, you tried. Girl, what happened to, I want to protect Cody. I want to protect Cody, so nobody bring Cody up. I'm not going to be sharing details. It's for Cody's protection. And yet you're liking comments that say, walk away, you tried. Walk away from your relationship, you tried. And you're liking that.
It's date night. I want to look hot. Let's get ready.
Okay, but then right after that, she posts, it's date night. Okay, 12/27, it's date night. She knows she's getting a divorce, okay, allegedly, at this moment. And she goes, it's date night, I want to look hot. We have to assume it's with Cody. You just posted a video with him 2 days ago where he's grabbing your boobs, okay? And you guys are in front of the Christmas tree, like the happiest couple that ever lived. What's going on? Why are you saying it's date night, getting ready for date night?
I want to look hot? Let's get ready.
Then, here she is in 2026. What will happen? I'll get engaged, get married, and be pregnant with triplets. And she's like, huh? LOL. This was posted 12/27, same day as the date night video, okay? Same day. She knows she's getting a divorce. Well, look at this. Somebody wrote, okay, but you and Cody would have such cute babies. She likes it and says, aw, thank you. She knew she was getting a divorce. I can't get over this. Why are you letting people believe this? Why are you saying to people, yeah, we're gonna have such cute babies. We're going at it like all the time, doing ads, pretending like it's Cody who's like obsessed with his perfume. It's Cody who's going to be enjoying the benefits of Lemmy Purr vitamins. What is this? This is so corrupt to present this fictitious, happy, amazing relationship. And yes, I understand that she's not always done that, but she has done that when it benefits her. Okay. And it does show the extent to which influencers will go to fake their life and the image of what is portrayed online.
So this is really had to share. And maybe some people saw it coming, but we've decided to split up. Oh, you thought I meant Cody. No. My split ends. I'm splitting up with my split ends. And I've patented with Kerastase to show you exactly how I'm going to do it.
It's sick. She has used on multiple occasions her relationship and people's interest in it, okay, their involvement in it. She has involved other people in it, and she has used that constantly, commodified it constantly, and used it to sell thing after thing after thing. This is frankly very concerning to me, okay? To say, oh yeah, I'm splitting up with my husband. Psych, hey, it's actually my split ends that are splitting up. What? And by the way, I just have to mention something, okay? Because this is just shows the lies, the deception, the scummy behavior. You see that little Kerastase partner? And you see where it is on the screen? Just need to point this out. A little tricks of the trade for the unethical. She put that there because it's hidden. When you watch the video, it's hidden behind the automatic captions, so you don't see it. She did the same thing when she did her L'Oreal Lashgate ad. Yeah. You think it can't get any worse, and then something else pops up and you go, oh, that was shady too. I just don't know how people defend this. I don't get it. Won't ever understand it. Yeah, you can see, by the way, the Kerastase partner thing is hidden. Well, this took a turn, but don't you have extensions? Oh yeah, by the way, she was wearing extensions in that video. And she's saying, I love my Kerastase. Girl, she wants us to buy hair health products when it's not even a real hair. This is becoming more of a meme as well. Guys, it's back to business as usual. It's back to business. And I keep bringing it up, and I'm going to continue to bring it up. What change have you seen in her? Okay. Remember when she said, we're going to see some huge changes. And then she's literally right back to doing the same old shit.
And you're going to want to sit down for this video. I am getting a divorce. Get ready with me for Valentine's Day. I need to look so hot tonight.
This is some of the strangest behavior I've ever seen of someone.
Get ready with me for Valentine's Day. I need to look so...
Everyone's confused, okay? I only ever hear about Michaela against my will. She barely even gave me time to sit down and take it in. Someone said Michaela has a parasocial relationship with us, not the other way around. That's true. To upload this the day after that dramatic video is so random. Everyone's confused. They're like, girl, nobody acts like this. Okay, no, this is not real. And then she just started spamming these Valentine's Day videos, okay? And don't worry, we're leading somewhere here. May you be extra wet tonight, hashtag Valentine's Day. I don't know what to say, okay? V-Day Glam, she's posting these videos. She's capitalizing on, all the eyes on her page, right? Everything's content. She said that, remember? She said that. Everything is content, including now the divorce. Everything is a means to push her career forward. And this is where we're headed, okay? A lot of people speculated that the timing of the divorce announcement was very, well, let's just say opportune, okay? Very coincidental, because she just so happened to be having a major POV Beauty, which is her brand, relaunch of products on Valentine's Day. This was a planned launch. She knew she was launching them on Valentine's Day. She coincidentally uploads her divorce announcement the day before. This is what she has to say in that video.
You don't need a man on Valentine's Day. But what you do need is a bomb lip combo.
I'm so done with influencers. I really am. Their treachery knows no bounds. Truly. Girl, you're lost. You are lost. You don't need a man, but you do need a bomb lip combo. It's shocking, really. I'm done. I think I've seen enough. And I don't think people understand how much Michaela really does set the tone for a lot of TikTok and the content that you see on there, what's popular, right? Like, you know, this is someone who's continually rewarded over and over and over with attention views. She constantly gets rewarded. She constantly gets more ads, more money. And here she is. She admits she lies. She admits she fakes things. She admits that she's lost her way, yet here she is. Nothing changes. We're turning around and we're back to shilling. Wow.
You asked and we delivered. Not only did we bring back our 4 top-selling Ampit and Contour shades, but now you can get them individually and on TikTok Shop.
This is just proof, by the way. She posted this on the 5th of February this year. Ampit and Contour are coming back on Valentine's Day. Okay, so people knew that these were coming back online because they had sold out. All right.
A wait list of over 15,000 for one of the most controversial makeup launches of the year.
One of the most controversial makeup launches. Yeah, these had a ton of controversy. The formula seemed to be a mess based on reviews. It was goopy, sloppy jalopy. People had their lips sticking the hell together, and it was a total disaster. People were not getting their orders. People were not getting their shipments. It was a complete mess, but what else can you expect?
So we're bringing them back.
So this, by the way, is just more confirmation, in case you needed more, that nothing's changed here, okay? In fact, she's bringing Lashgate up and throwing it back in everybody's face. Like, yeah, remember that? Remember when I wore fake lashes to sell mascara, which is completely unethical and disgusting, okay? Honestly, I'm gonna say this. There's no coming back after that. There was no coming back, for me at least. There's none. If you do that, no, you're done. Okay, let's bring somebody else in, please. Somebody that has actual morals and ethics, please. And here she is, and she's actually being rewarded for it. Okay, this is someone I have to keep mentioning. She continually gets rewarded for bad behavior over and over again. And she's actually getting paid by L'Oreal. She's the face of their new extensionist mascara. And she's like, haha.
Years ago, I went from having my career nearly destroyed over a L'Oreal mascara
Should have been.
to becoming the face of the new L'Oreal extensionist mascara. Back then, I could have easily let that moment destroy me, but 2026 is my redemption year, and I'm showing up for it.
I love this revisionist history that she's doing where she's like, yeah, that could have destroyed me, but I didn't let it. Girl, you wore fake lashes in an advertisement and pretended like they were your real lashes. You were trying to fake the results of the mascara in order to sell it. And in doing that, you lost all credibility. She's trying to do this thing where she's acting like it was an injustice done to her.
This year has a lot of change, and I am embracing all of it. Listen, at this point, I have been canceled for everything you can imagine. People have a lot of opinions on me, and you just have to roll with the punches. So no matter what you think of this, I am proud of it.
This is the lash line. Got average lashes? L'Oreal Paris Extensionist Mascara works for all lashes. Yes, seriously. Well, no. I know. Like, so long, falsies.
So long, falsies, because remember, that's what she was wearing. Okay, and like L'Oreal's in on it too, by the way. So it's like, why do people buy from these companies? Yeah, the comments weren't happy. No, a lot of people don't think this is cool. L'Oreal is like totally behind on the times. The influencer culture bullshit, okay, and aligning yourselves with these people that actively deceive and fake things. Nobody wants that anymore. Sorry. They don't want to buy from people like that. All of a sudden, no accent, 50,000 likes. So like, where'd the intense accent go? If I see Michaela, it's immediately on my no-buy list. If I see Michaela, I won't buy it. Guess I know which mascara not to use. Talking about lashes without an accent. Yeah, everyone's confused. We're all confused. I guess the accent doesn't come out if it's scripted. I don't know what to say. Wrong person. I promise I'll never buy it. By the way, those Lashgate ad videos were sprinkled in between all of this other drama, okay? Obviously, the divorce announcement is taking up a lot of the attention of many people. That's what everybody wants to talk about. But I think it paints a much bigger picture here of just how fake these influencers actually are and the levels that they will go and the reality that's going on behind the scenes. I mean, this is someone who up until a month ago, no, I'm sorry, a couple weeks ago, actually days ago, ago. She was liking comments about her happy, healthy relationship, okay? Insinuating that she was in one. And then she announces her divorce and says, actually, hey, I've known this since last year. Then why were you selling things attached to your relationship, insinuating that you had this type of relationship, portraying anything other than, what actually was going on? This parasocial stuff is also getting way out of control. Let's just say that. Okay, the way that influencers will use that to sell, the way that they have to have you buy into that so they can turn around and sell you something and say, this is from a friend. Yeah, I'm not falling for it. It's strange, quite frankly. All of this influencer culture crap that's going on, it's got to stop. And Michaela's not the only one. She's not the only one that needs to make a change and do some serious self-reflection, okay? Stop faking stuff. Stop faking your life. Stop faking your reviews. Stop faking your relationships. Be real. Be yourself. Be authentic. You don't have to keep up with all of your lies if you just tell the truth. But anyway, that's all I have to say for this video. As always, if you like this type of video, leave a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Tons of videos just like this one coming very soon. So you're going to want to be here for that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
I want to stat this video by saying I appreciate you and I love you, and you're gonna want to sit down for this video. I have never been eaten out. Take a minute, take it in.